Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am Arrowhead, your favorite VTuber android. Welcome to a dimension where nothing can go right for me. Okay, I think everything's working now. I think we're good. So anyway, you may have missed it, but I marked midnight twice in a row, and they assume that I'm going to do that, but I actually haven't. Ah, dude, this... why not? The next time you boot up the game and see this screen, please enter the honest, accurate time of day. I'm not going to do that. We're on the same page? Alright, good. Okay, go play the video game. Everything will be fine because of the implication. Because of the implication. I can't just not stream because of the implication. Ah. No, but I did want to stream today. It's just that it happened to be a little frustrating getting to this point for obvious reasons. Oh boy. Alright. Okay, go play the video game. I'm clicking it. Okay. So, Farming Simulator didn't work out. Cletus did not show up. Begin the game. Click.
This is the story
of... Oh, destroyed. Quit the game and start it back up again, yep. I've been doing just fine, Firewall. Oh yeah, Spamton Neo. Firewall, how are you guys doing? Holy shit, this is loud.
To go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Going back to my desk. Let me in.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference.
Okay.
Nor did it
I've been doing just fine, guys. How you been doing? Other than the little mishaps prior to the start of the stream. And during the start of the stream. And... dude, I don't even know what endings I've already gotten. Let's just run through this and see what I can find. Oh! Well, that helps.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Okay. Unless this is just another ending I've already gotten. Cool, I'm basically playing Portal. I like Portal. Oh, it's... okay. And he blocked the door. He knew I was gonna try that. You guys can hear the game alright, right?
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
Is it Farming Simulator?
Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh! I was completely facing the opposite direction. Alright, just need to make sure the audio is, like, decent. Alright, I think we're good.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions.
Well, then I was able to get a little bit of ground.
Have
Damn it.
truly been asking for.
I was trying to, like, walk over the rope and see if I could find anything. Give me a Dr. Pepper sequel. Whatever this is. Okay, wait, so that says 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and then a bunch of scribbles. Alright. That'll come up later. That's part of the secret ending.
The Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean?
I think Ultra Deluxe sounds kind of cool.
Stanley Parable 2. Now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
I like all the different logos to come up with. Stanley Parable 2. Oh, I like that one with, like, the B and the L. It's the right brain. Which brain, guys, which part of the brain do you guys use? It's like Portal without Potato, GLaDOS, and Dizziness and J.K. Simmons. Stanley, can you hear me? The audio fucking died. You must follow the adventure line TM to find the switch to bring back the audio.
Now, to be
Yes.
clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features.
This is like
I've
that
been
SpongeBob
developing
meme
for
where it's
it.
just him writing like
I figure
V
that if I can loosely
really
organize
artistically
a
instead of
handful
actually writing an
interesting
essay.
concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical.
I mean, I
really.
guess. It's design, number 2 that. Wait, is that how this guy draws a 9? No wonder he hasn't gotten anything done. He's got a goo. Oh, yeah. It'd be really funny if he actually did wind up making like an actual Stanley Parable 2, only to have this kind of like... Oh, can I sit in the audience? Oh. Okay. There. Nope. Let me pass the rope. There. Alright, we just beat the first boss. Valve Games, you heard how TF2's most recent reviews on Steam have been the most negative that they've been in years? Doesn't surprise me. They, you know, they need to fix the game
Go on,
a little bit.
Try out some of the new features.
Fuck, this place is big. Oh yeah, I want to try this. The button says the name of the player that's playing the game. All right. Like
For the
Stanley?
Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people.
I want this building to
with
be the
that
next
in
map
mind,
for TF2.
My first addition to the game is this button, which speaks the name of the person playing the game.
Watch this. It's gonna
Isn't
say
that
Arrowhead.
Wonderful.
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game,
Yeah,
this button will
yeah,
say
that's what
your
happened.
Name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
All right, I'm gonna look
Just
in the
play
camera
along.
after I make a
I
joke.
promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Yeah,
I
so
want
I
you
know
to
about
imagine
cardstock
yourself living as
and
Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim,
normal white paper, and
falling
if I
in
know anything
love
else,
and
this
being
will turn into a career.
heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim, watching your dreams.
Like the all-time
crumble
review
into
section of Steam page
dust.
dropped from overwhelmingly positive to
feel
just
it deeply?
positive.
Are
Listen
you
to all
really,
new reviews are
truly
negative.
Jim right now? If so, then please step forward
Yeah.
and press the button.
It is kind of crazy how, well, like,
Jim.
Yes, you see, what a thrill!
yeah, it
what a
is
rush,
crazy
it
what's
was
happening to
you.
TF2 right
The
now.
button
Honestly, it's
described
like,
you. Do it again. Do it
it
again.
would be fine if not for the fact that it's not.
Jim.
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it
Though
would
I
still
will
be
say, I don't
worth
know
the
what
money.
specifically is
Let's
causing
take a
people
break
now
from the
to
gym
say,
button.
like,
I'm
oh,
too
we need to fix
emotionally
TF2
drained
even though
from
they've been
all of
saying
this
it for
personal
years. Like, I don't know what the
validation.
new movement is. Mostly, oh yeah, the bot problem. Okay, that's true. And unfortunately, unlike Man vs. Machine, which was an actual thing they tried to do at some point, I don't think this was
I
that
suppose I could
intentional.
allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
You know, that would actually be a really funny way to market a game. Is like, only people named Lavernius can play this game. And then it's just like, they have to like check your ID when they're selling it to you just because the infinite hole. Settings, world champion. Hold on. You know I'm a sucker for free achievements.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's a Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature.
But yeah, if anything in
we
TF2,
hear you,
they might
and I
also want
promise
to
it will happen.
try patrolling the chat, because as you saw there when I played it last time, if you saw that stream, I feel like discussing, like, cleansing Taylor Swift fans from the world isn't exactly, like, the best thing to put in chat. Granted, that does, like, harken back to the days of, like, Xbox 360 live chat and all that,
What other exhibits have
which I
we
kind of
seen?
miss. But, you know, I think it was funny.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided
Just
on this
seeing
one.
like how bad
I
it can
think
get.
that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday.
This guy
Which would you
simultaneously
go
looks
with?
like a 3D model and a flat image. I realize he is flat, but he looks like a 3D model, just kind of standing out. Whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna go with this one.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you
Think we'll
realize
COD voice
that you
chats.
knew
Oh yeah,
which
I got
one you
called the N-word a
actually
lot.
really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
But what about my 12th stepniece birthday? I can get
Or
merch.
actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Merch. Give me a t-shirt. I demand it. It must be mine. Okay, but no. Where am I going? Oh yeah, I'm gonna go to the hole. The masculine urge to fall down a hole. Okay, I take it the hole is somewhere over here, or... Aha! This is the Gojo hole. It leads to infinity. Alright. Wait, so there's the hole, yeah, and then there's more hole. What was this a picture of originally? Now I'm wondering that. COD voice chat taught me slurs I never knew existed. Oh yeah, totally. I got called several things that I
Stanley,
didn't even
here's
realize were an
idea that I'm
insult.
truly fond of. It's never been done before.
Damn
in
it,
a
I want to
video
jump from
game.
the ceiling.
This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Well, Geronimo! Oh, hey, look, let's watch the ceiling
You
get
see,
further and further
isn't it
away.
Wonderful. One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then,
Ah.
since you've gotten to see the infinite hole,
Staring at it's kinda
you
hurting
can
my
press
eyes
the
now, but-
teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
I mean, I could. But why not?
Now, I don't
Watch
mean to
the
be a
dwindling
bummer,
of the
but I
light.
do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Well, I mean, if it's truly an infinite hole, then I'm fine.
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
You what?
Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want
Okay.
anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it
I'm
infinite?
pretty sure to dig a hole through the
Well,
earth and
that
jump
sort
into
of
it.
Depends on your definition of infinity. From one
Shit,
perspective,
actually, I don't
the
know.
infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley.
I feel
I'm
like
a
you'd
liar
get
and
stuck in the
cheater.
middle
You're
because
so
of gravity or
clever.
whatever, but at
Look,
the same
I think
time,
the issue here is just
I don't
that
know, maybe it's like a
you're
portal thing where you
unusually
fall through one
fascinated by
side and then you
falling.
just kind of like pop out
But
the other
no
and then you start
person
going down
actually wants
because
to fall infinitely.
gravity.
I figured the
guess.
hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Oh, I am the problem. No, let's not deny them that.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for
I
you,
feel as
then
though...
go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
I feel as though none of the features he's showing me right now are complete, and that's the joke. But I kind of like that. Now I want to wait and see if he actually has anything else to say here. A really long hole. Good thing, though. No fall damage. So there's that. There's something random like how in Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, the watermelon enemy cheat code, like how a shepherd turned into a watermelon. I actually never played Modern Warfare 2, like either version, the old one or the new one,
Great.
so...
Now, I'm very excited to show you. Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much.
I like holes a normal
A
amount.
normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of...
Ah,
Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time?
it did
I
actually.
couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before.
Well, now I need to inspect the rest of the hole.
Admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
No, I need to figure out
Had
this
enough?
whole problem.
I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk of. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where...
It's gonna be a jump scare. Okay.
Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only
Not
not
infinite.
but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely.
I may
deep,
be ruining
even
this
by the
guy's life
lax
right now.
overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length.
Maybe next time it'll be
Here,
really long.
Let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there
Okay.
it is.
What?
The shame of my
Huh?
life has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot.
Very aggressive divot would be an amazing name for a band.
How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch.
It doesn't, but I
Oh,
need my fix any
Who
way I
am
can
to
get it.
judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do.
Yeah,
Hit
COD
the
voice chat will tell you
teleport
something you never
button
knew, like
when you're
how,
ready to
yep.
move on.
uh,
Is the teleport button?
I
not
may be
working?
slightly trapped in the hole.
You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this.
Which is...
I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get
know
to
what?
Be with the hole.
Fuck
I get
you.
to do
I like the
literally
hole.
Anything else.
Dig a perfect straight tunnel
Take
through the
care,
earth. You'll need
Stanley.
42 minutes to go
I
through
hope
it.
you and the hole have a wonderful
Huh.
rest of eternity together.
Only 42? Really? With like straight all the way through the other side of the earth. 42 minutes. Playing the horror movie music again. Narrator. Narrator, come back. I don't... Can I at least have the jump button? I'm sinking. I'm in the hole and I'm sinking. Narrator. Narrator. I like falling down holes, not slowly descending into one. You don't get me at all, hole. I should have stuck with the narrator. Hole's average size. In terms of width, it is average size. That is true. This is like the fucking Vine Boom meme. The boys. Oh, change perception, like it's happier. Hit the cyberpunk music, let's go! Why does this sound like Danganronpa music? It does kind of sound like that, right? Oh, I like this one. There are dinosaurs. Dogs! Oh, I don't want to be in a different one from here. Now I'm in the vast reaches of space. I'm blue, I'm purple, da ba da ba da da. Hold on, I want to cycle all the way back to the dog one. Fuck it, why not? Now, hey, it's me! I'm Arrowhead! What the hell, feels like I might take a vacation. Oh, you're out of vacation days. Hell's a vacation. Dun 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 dun. And I'm all out of vacation days. Dun 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 dun. Hey, it's Stanley Yelnats from Flat Stanley or whatever the book's name was. What the hell is that? Is one of these gonna be like that thick Omni-Man thing? Nice drawing. Also pretty nice drawing.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley?
Back to me.
Oh, good, you're awake.
Oh, hi.
It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland.
Got a ladder or
You
something?
can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single
I'm pretty
moment.
awake.
So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole. And I'm looking forward to
3,
all of
2, 1, I get zapped out of
Stare
it.
at
I'm
Stanley.
positive this
I'll
doesn't
be
continue for
back.
more than like 2 seconds. Okay. Back to this again, aren't we? Uh-huh. Oh. Okay, so
Here we are. Go on, try out
that
some of the new
happened.
features.
The reassurance bucket. Alright. I have music here while playing crappy Flash games. Oh, it kinda is, yeah. Think, Mark! Did you really think you could beat an aimbot sniper? Hey, Brian, you're welcome to the stream. I'm having an existential crisis,
Stanley
apparently.
Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those
I don't
who
think there's
played.
any gender in
Well,
this.
I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game.
You gotta give me this
It's
chair.
the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true.
Now I kinda
As long
want
as
it.
you hold onto the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the
Why is
Stanley
it-
Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting.
I'm gonna take the
You
bucket
may
to the
even
hole.
come to long for the gentle embrace of
Hey,
jarring
Akaran, welcome to the
cognitive
stream. How you
dissonance
doing?
while the
Best
bucket is
character,
in your
best character.
arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient
Bucket.
solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution.
Creator was just like,
Come on,
fuck it,
give
put
it
in
a
a bucket. I'm taking him to
Can
the
you
hole.
feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma?
So I'm not allowed to
as
take
well?
him with me?
I think that just holding it has
But I
made
like
you
it.
the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket
You know what?
seem to
I
go
should add a
on and
bucket
on,
to my
don't
model.
they?
Yeah, buckets are
All
pretty
this
good.
and more await you
Make
in
lots
the
of sandcastles
Stanley
with 'em.
Parable 2.
Taking the bucket
Does
to the
anyone
hole.
give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already. Come now, you've already made your choice. It's true that you chose badly. but we all have to move on from our mistakes.
Collectibles. Oh wait, what's up here? What's up here?
Ah, collectibles.
Is this
Now
like a
it's
Japanese
real
bridge?
video
What-
game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines.
Is this just
And
Outer
what's
Wilds?
truly innovative
Oh,
is that there
oh,
will
this is
be
Nier Automata.
millions
What the
of
fuck is
collecting
this?
all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Is this like the Yoko Taro level or something? Huh? Guys, I've discovered an issue.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely.
What? I can't get the rest of them? Bullshit. Wait, I can jump in this?
Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Man, but I want to jump. I want to jump. Wait, is that an actual song? I just swore there was like a song from like the 80s that was like, jump! Or something. So I got the bucket. I made a decision on that thing. I went down the hole. What else is there to do here? I'm Jim. Let's see, let's see. I guess there's the exit. Okay, so I already tried getting merch. Let's see, jump circle, did that. This map, I'm right there. Free achievement, yep. Button, this is the name of the player getting the game. I am Jim, that is correct. Settings World Champion. Okay, let's go out into that. I'm very curious as to what the hell that could possibly be. No, no, that's not it. Insurance bucket. Button says name player of the game. The button that... What? Huh? Where's the thing? Where's the settings world champion? Is there a sprint button in this game? Nope, there is a crouch button for some reason. Alright. In that case, achievement. I could have sworn there was... I think maybe it's up here. Aha, settings world champion. It's a pretty cool designed building. Let me in. Bitch, I paid for the game. Let me in. That was one of the most bootleg porn I've ever seen. As bad as one Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle porn parody. The spread button. How daring. Man, I can't be the settings world champion. Alright. Unless I have to, like, open up settings when I go there. Well, either way, I think I've done everything in this little attraction. Let's go ahead and go to, the exit. If there is... Oh, hey, yeah. Wait, huh? Epilogue? Where? So if I turn right, this leads to the epilogue. Man, what the hell was the creator on?
Have you seen everything you wanted
Creator
to?
of this
Ready
game.
to move on now?
I mean, I've seen all I can. Unless you want me to go back to the hole. Oh, hey, here we go.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new
This is
features?
a cool room.
Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say,
Somewhere.
let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Honestly, no, think about it. There's a hole, you can jump into and out of it.
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Let me in.
Well,
Let me
there's
in!
potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes.
Let me in.
Yes,
I need the
this is
hole.
much better. I feel good about it.
Raider was on some good
Here
shit.
we
Arthur
go.
Morgan versus the Bucket. Who
Version
wins?
2.
Yeah, definitely the Bucket. Buckets can't, you know.
Who am I kidding, Stanley?
Buckets aren't restricted to
This
sequels.
isn't a coherent video
This
game
one
at
is,
all.
but
it's a lot of gags.
not all of them.
And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first
And call it
game.
like the
I wanted
Ron
fans to love
prerogative
it.
or something.
No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own.
The Clive
They would
plan.
need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's
The
it.
Jim paradox.
I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
Okay, interesting idea.
Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous
And a cooler
title screen.
name.
A title screen that says with bold
Like
and uncompromising conviction,
Mega
this is
great.
the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh, this is cool. It's like the 12 minutes thing. Oh, by the way, if you guys haven't played 12 minutes, go do that. I'm not going to play through it again, but it is very funny that, it's interesting. I'll say that. Time loop game, solve murder or whatever. That's, you'll see. Back at the office.
All of
Oh, and
his
it's got the
co-workers were
balloons.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Stanley felt the bucket calling to him, begging him
Wait,
to
where's the
pick it
bucket?
up.
Oh!
Why was he not doing it?
Well, now that he's talking about me not doing it, I feel like I kind of shouldn't do it. Actually, you know what? No, this is a sequel. I'll
Stanley picked up
pick
the
it up.
bucket.
Very well textured bucket, honestly. Big Stanley looks like the fucking G-Man.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
I should play Half-Life
and
on
kept
here
the
at some
door
point.
left. Still no one was here.
Tips for not
Stanley
getting
needed
fired.
the
Talk
bucket's
less.
warmth
Do
and
unbelievably
comfort now
amazing work
more
all the
than
time, every day, with no
Perhaps
exception.
his boss's
Expectation of
office
promotion
was
rather
where
than
he'd
recognition.
find answers.
Let it ball up inside you. Oh my god. A lot of amazing
Coming
advice
to
in
a
this game.
staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Right, and then we found like the safe in here or
Stepping
something.
into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him
I need a
always.
code for that.
The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual
hell
connection he
would the
shared
code
with the
be?
bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk.
No, I noticed it.
Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845. But
There
Stanley
we
guessed
go.
the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
Am I the bucket?
This is certainly the most
Is the bucket a
logical
metaphor
explanation.
for capitalism? All these questions and more will be answered on, I don't know.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines.
Hey.
Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done.
I like
You
intrinsic
can't buy
pleasure.
that sort of happiness,
That's what the pleasure's
Stanley.
supposed
God
to
knows
be,
I've tried.
inside me.
So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
I just want this to be like a Zelda game where he picks one up and it's like da 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 da. Up button doesn't work. Down button does though.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this
What do you think the
darkest
bucket
moment
tastes
of
like?
uncertainty, he would be
Much
all
like
right.
cake is a
The
lie.
bucket is here for you,
No, this is
Stanley.
the companion cube,
Everything
basically.
will be
It's the
fine.
companion bucket. It's just like Portal.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
I mean, it can't actually be a mind control facility, right? And the bucket's still here with me. He can help me snap out of it.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed
Ooh.
with television screens. What
Television
horrible secret did this
screens.
place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Oh. This companion bucket must die like the rest of its kind. Oh, but I don't want to throw it in the incinerator. I barely know her.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket
Isn't this
had
just the
never
plot
seen
twist from
anything
Danganronpa?
like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Up.
Was
Or
the
down.
bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the
A
first
bucket
place?
exists to scoop, just
These
as I exist to
questions
fall through
raced
holes.
furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket
So is
tighter.
the
His
bucket
one
just
friend in
Wilson
the
from
entire
Castaway,
world.
which by the way I still have
At
never
this
seen
point,
Castaway?
He could trust no one except for the bucket.
Wilson!
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
I want to make everybody angry.
And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends,
When did
Stanley
I
and the
decide on
bucket,
that?
up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way.
And who
the
decided
bucket made
that?
a sassy comment about taking down the system. But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself?
How much dialogue
How
did
could
they
a bucket
record
have
for this
betrayed
game?
Like this? Stanley was prepared.
Do you
to
imagine
throw the
booking this
bucket
job
away in
and your agent's like,
disgust when
yeah, you know, it's
suddenly an image
it's
appeared
got a
upon
script.
the
You'll
enormous birds.
you'll have to read a
silly
bit. And the
birds.
guy's like,
The control
oh,
button
okay.
became
How long is it? 700 pages. That's a duck.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all.
It's a bird
It was
cage.
a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along?
I prefer cat
Stanley
videos
marveled
myself,
at the metal
but
genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery.
oh, that's a cool one.
Stanley and the
Kinda looks
bucket
like
never
me.
found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place,
No, they didn't.
living through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And
Oh
Stanley
man.
was happy.
I didn't mean to get an ending. No! What about all the things we fought for?
All of his
Me
co-workers
and
were
Bucket
gone.
Chan.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I didn't miss shit. It's right there. The bucket will not be coming with this time. I've got to make my own choices without him.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
Fuck!
left.
Blue. Wait. What if... Why wouldn't they just tell us something will happen? This investigation, this room... So pointless, to be honest. What? Something is wrong here. I don't cast a shadow, which means I'm probably like... I was gonna say a vampire, but I don't really know.
Coming to a staircase,
Wait,
Stanley
fuck, I could've brought the
walked
bucket
upstairs
down.
to his boss's office. Stepping into his
What was the
manager's
code
office,
again? Like
Stanley was once again
2856?
stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course,
2845,
Stanley couldn't
okay.
possibly have known this.
4, 5. All right.
Incredibly, by simply pushing
Now I'll actually
random
activate
buttons on
the mind
keypad,
control
Stanley
thing.
happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Down, 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 down. All right. This time we will actually mind control everyone. I don't know why there were big sparks there, but
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I know what I'm doing.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed
In.
with television screens.
Man!
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Wait. Oh, the security camera thing.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers.
And yet, nowhere
The lives
are
of
they
so
on
many
the thing.
individuals reduced to
None of
images
them
on a
are on
screen.
camera.
And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Also, now that I think about it, why would you bother putting them all on the monitors at once? There's a
This
friend of mine who
mind
just keeps
control
buying monitors,
facility, it
and
was
I don't know,
too horrible
one,
to
why that
believe
guy
it
would do
couldn't
that,
be
and two,
true.
it's like,
Had Stanley
eventually you just
been
run out of
under someone's
eyes.
Control all this time?
You only have a
Was
few,
this the
you
only
can't use
reason
them all
he
for
was
this.
happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control.
I am my
Never.
own master
It
now.
was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
That's how I spent it so far.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality
point of
his
having a
past
hole right
began
here?
to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he
Yes, I did.
would dismantle the controls once and for
Was that a
all.
Half-Life sound effect? What does it say? Hint deterrent happiness? I don't know.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
I did
After they
indeed.
kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
It's what I always wanted.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's
What if it's the same
emergency
code as the
detonation
door?
system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is.
Okay,
More time to talk about you, about me.
shit,
where we're
2,
going,
5,
what this
5,
means.
4,
I barely know where to start. What's
I
that?
think 3's over there.
You'd like to know where your co-workers are. A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in
Two.
a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story.
Fuck.
Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing
Oh,
everyone
boy.
inside. or I
1.
let it burn
Wait, how
to
much time do I have
ashes.
left?
I have to
Okay,
say
I've got a
this,
minute. I've got a minute. I can
this
do it.
version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go around will be even better.
Uh-oh.
My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so
Oh,
much.
fuck.
You know what?
Oh,
To hell
no.
with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Oh,
dear
boy.
me, what's the
Purple?
matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Both.
Did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look.
30 seconds.
Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones.
No,
Or maybe
back
this
up,
big
power.
red button.
Back
Or
up.
this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved?
Oh,
Do you
fuck.
have
Disabled?
any idea what your purpose in this place is?
I passed butter.
Stanley.
I forgot maybe out of spells.
You're
I'm
in
not
for
out of
quite a
shells.
disappointment.
Wait, what questions?
But
What's gonna happen
here's
to
a
the Gardaphone
spoiler for
stream?
you.
Oh, I'll
That
put it back
timer
up
isn't
eventually.
attached
Also,
to keep the
I
action
got
moving
more
along.
time.
It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy
No,
it
I'll find a way
first,
out of this.
So you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling
I'll be
desperately to your
fine.
frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second
5,
of your inevitable
4,
life from the moment of
3,
fading
2, 1.
until the
Fuck
moment
you,
I say,
narrator. I make my own
"Hurry up."
fate. Unfortunately, that was not a very good fate to make. So,
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
oh wait, I'm gonna take the bucket with me and go to the creepy ending
Stanley
again.
lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was.
And look,
that the
here,
bucket
even
turned
the
out to
employee
be
lounge as a
correct.
whole.
Was this better than the meeting
Kinda,
room?
it's a small
Yes,
one, but
Stanley
still.
thought to himself. Yeah, no, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
But what if I do this? This bucket has opened a world of opportunities. It's not a bucket, guys. It's a key.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually. You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much.
Oh, it actually opened.
It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet.
And the naked
Because
mannequin
that's
and the
what
baby that
fans
was set
want
on
from a
fire.
sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes.
computer.
Not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave
So
you
is
the
it
bucket,
trying to
but you're
imply this
spending
bucket
too
is like
much
the
time with
Scrappy
it.
Doo of...
Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the... Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some
What the
silly
hell is
music as
this
well.
game? Stream's coming back. I will fix it. It's just gonna take a little bit. Also, there's music for some reason.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this.
This feels like it's
But
turning
if we
into a
want
Rick
to
and
do
Morty
that,
episode.
We're going to have to give something up. Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket.
What?
That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
No, I won't let you have
I
him.
think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me, it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
Not gonna do it.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Not gonna do it. I can't. It means too much to me.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it
Is
can't
give it the
destroy
bucket a
your
euphemism?
bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait.
Well, I
can
mean...
hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality
You see,
traits.
its father
What
was a
other
bucket.
object in this game can you even say that about? The Broom Closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort
Bucket?
of Bucket Destroyer merchandise
Can I
the
say it about the
fans will be
bucket?
clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it.
Then
We
give him
can't
a
get
bucket
back to the
yourself,
classic
you
Stanley
fuck.
Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly
I
now.
refuse.
The fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Huh? Oh my god.
Bucket Destroyer. My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Was I a good bucket destroyer? No. I'm told you were the best. But the bucket's still here. I've still got Scrappy Doo. Nah, man, Bucket's coming with me. I need to do
All
that
of his
creepy
coworkers
ending.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
What if you could get splinters from the
Stanley
handle?
touched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Fuck, there's a lot of hallway around here. Anyway. What's with that music?
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day.
And
This
I have the
broom
wrench.
closet believes it deserves the bucket.
I think he's applying the Scrappy Doo is good edition. The implication bucket.
It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's
Well,
what the broom closet
what
is
should
trying
I-
to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket.
So now he doesn't
This
want
is
me to go
your
for the bucket.
companion and lifelong friend. You can't
I
hand
went
it
down a
over.
different route.
Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety
Oh
of
my
reasons.
God.
But even this is worse than I had imagined.
The room closet wants the bucket, but it can't say
Now,
that
the broom
because of the
closet has
implication.
gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends, that your relationship is purely superficial and convenient, that your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner. Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments.
Broom closet?
Expand on the
More
wide
like
variety of experiences you and the bucket
I
have
barely
shared
know
together.
it.
Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years.
The bucket helped me kill the man who stole my family's fortune. We had a whole story arc together. I plan to marry this bucket, and I'm gonna...
Okay, I got you.
I don't
something
fucking
which
know.
I
What do you
think
do
will
once you
help
marry a
settle this
bucket?
debate once and for all.
Like
Here we
sandcastles
go.
with it? Like,
There.
there we go.
Now it's settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning
Yeah, my
supplies
dad
and
is a
their
therapist.
relationship to
Oh,
broom
God, that
closets
would
and the
not
natural
work.
order of things.
It's just like, there was that one scene in Always Sunny where he was talking to an actual therapist, and he just drew
All
a
right,
picture of
I've got
himself
a
having
second
sex with
sticker
them.
back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see, I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, "Ah, it's a bucket." There really is a wide variety of applications for
What
this
if it's
sticker.
actually a hat, though?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might
But
be
he
fined
won't.
for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished.
Think of the economy,
His boss would
bucket.
think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually,
Here's a good question, guys. What part of the bucket do you look into? Because I say the whole, but like, maybe the handle works.
He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps.
I
How did
said
I
my
end up
bucket
with
was a
someone else's
tool of
bucket?
justice,
This is all terribly
not
wrong.
used in
Surely
anger.
no good would come from this.
Not
Who
used
knows
for
what sorts of
vengeance.
bizarre
But I
hallucinations
was
Stanley might
wrong.
experience without
But
the
now-
psychologically
now I'm
grounding
not so
presence of the
sure.
bucket.
And besides,
Now he noticed
this
the room
isn't
where it
my
was,
bucket.
of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Stanley!
Stanley, it's me.
I thought might have been my
the
bucket.
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special
No, but
bucket.
I know which one it is, because that ain't the sticker.
Find me.
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity.
I must
And
find
then
him.
Suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful.
Ah.
Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
I was the true bucket.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
When you think about it, buckets, or people are just buckets for things, then you gotta put them
Mariella
inside the
woke up
person.
on a day like any other. She arose,
People are just buckets
dressed,
for
picked up her bucket
food,
of comfort and
water.
security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was.
He's dead?
This man had no bucket.
Okay.
Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him.
If only.
Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place.
But mine had my sticker on it. It had to be mine.
Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter.
It said property of
Of course,
Stanley.
she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity.
What if she's like a construction
At
worker and
last
that's what she
thought
needs to do?
herself, My life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
I like that ending. You know what? Just this once,
All of his co-workers
I'm
were
gonna go
gone.
do the canon
What could it
ending.
mean? Stanley decided
to wrap
go
things
the
up
meeting
here.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm gonna do exactly what he
Stanley
wants.
came to a set of 2 open doors.
Even though
He
it goes
entered the
against
door
every
on
bone
his
in my
left.
body to do so. Wait, what if I can pick him up from the... Nope. Alright, I was gonna see if I could, like, pick him up out of the frame, but, like... I don't know. Maybe it'll
Coming to a
work.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley
Alright.
was once again stunned.
remember
to
that guy who
discover
married Hatsune
not an
Miku holograms? Those
indication
things
of
didn't work
any
out between
human
them.
life.
Oh,
What could
yeah,
it
she met another
mean?
guy.
Stanley wondered
I bet.
aloud to nobody. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
You're right.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
I'm walking into the fireplace. Didn't work. A lot of bottles here. They all look basically the same. So
Feeling
Chianti
soothed
and Chianti and
rejuvenated,
Chianti.
Stanley
Okay.
calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Mary Buck, you post online for clout. That's true. You can absolutely post it online for clout. That said, not sure how much clout that'll get you. It is a bucket, but you know, maybe, just maybe. Maybe like the next. I could have that be like a thing, right? I just have a YouTube channel where I'm like married to a bucket, and that's just the content we make. Like, it will make no noise, and I'll just respond to it like Luke does with R2-D2, where it's like, it just sits there and I'm like,
Stanley walked straight ahead through the
No,
large
I think we
door
gotta
that
use
read
grenades in this
Mind
boss.
Control facility.
and it just sits there and I'm like, no, listen, we'll be done in time for dinner.
The lights rose on an enormous
I
room
love you.
packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Probably not. But let's find out together. Let's do the canon ending. Just
Now
this
the monsters
once.
jumped to life.
And never
Their true
again.
nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Except for that one up there that's all weird. Alright, elevator. I barely know her. Let's go! So much like bucket, body pillows, bucket, tit mouse pads, bucket phone cases, shaped like a bucket. The idea of a bucket boob mouse pad sounds amazing.
Had been manipulated to accept it blindly.
I wonder how much I could get away with that.
No, he refused to believe it. He
Like, if I drew
couldn't
loops of a
accept
bucket,
it. His
how would that
own
work?
life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
I couldn't
Happy
help but notice
or
there was an
sad
escape
or
button
content.
option
Walking,
when I
eating,
went to the
working,
with the bucket
all of it
earlier.
monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Come on, say it.
For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
The end. I think. Did I get the good ending? He's gonna play an upbeat song as the credits roll?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet,
How do I...
even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where
There were
had
many.
his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's
I gotta be
grasp?
honest, I have
What other mysteries did this
absolutely no
strange
idea,
building hold? But as
even if
sunlight
any of that
streamed
is
into the
actually
chamber,
covered in the game.
He realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking,
No, I want both.
but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
Difference is,
No
knowledge
longer
and power
anyone
would
tell
make
him
me
where to
happy.
go, what to do,
Kinda.
or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
So yeah, this is just Portal.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense
And
possibility.
then he
of the new
realized he
path
was in England
before
and
him.
decided that he
This
was
was exactly the way,
in a place
right now,
worse than hell.
that things were meant to happen.
Nothing against England, by the
And
way. It's just,
Stanley
yeah.
was happy.
Complete the Stanley Parable. I kind of wonder if you could make the game have like fake achievements just by having a pop-up in the game that looks like one. Make the sound effect, but it just doesn't have that. Alright, well guys, I think that's a good place to stop. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Arrowhead, your favorite VTuber android. Oh, it would be your stereotypical attractive female body with a bucket for a head, no facial features whatsoever. Yeah, I guess I could do that. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Airhead, your favorite VTuber android. My next stream is tomorrow. As for what it'll be, stay tuned, and I hope to see you all there. Have a lovely morning, day, or evening. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. Goodbye for now. Well, the game chick's doing 100%ing the game. Yeah, that could be pretty funny. 3,